All right. Meeting is going. Admit. All right. For those who haven't had a chance to get to know me, whether you are a junior high wrestler that hasn't had a chance to work with us, maybe you're a wrestler from Litchfield who hasn't had a chance to be coached by us. My name's Brian Clement. I'm one of the co-head wrestling coaches here at Dassel Litchfield, and I'm going to go through some parts of our plan today. Coach Dan Buker, I'll have Dan introduce himself, and Coach Allen as well, and then we'll get going.
Okay, sorry, I got people emailing me. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Coach Dan Buker. I'm the other half of the program here. Been around for quite a while. This is my 13th year, so excited for some type of a season to get started here. So, Coach Allen.
I'm Coach Allen. Those who don't know me, this is only my second year here, so many of you probably don't know me if you're younger. Really hoping for a season. Ready for it to get started.
I see Coach Peterson's on and Coach Culbertson. You guys want to introduce yourselves?
Coach Culbertson, middle school, 9th grade. Be my 3rd year. And then, yeah. This is Isabel. She's the manager, my daughter.
Coach Pete's a man of
yeah. Now am I on?
Very few words. We can hear you, Coach Pete.
All right, yeah, I'm Coach Peterson here. I usually do 7th and 8th grade, and now 9th grade league this year too. This will be my 3rd year, so hopefully we can get some action going.
Anybody else on coaching wise? I don't see Polzine.
No, I didn't see anybody else. When I keep hearing the dings, I'll go ahead and keep adding people. But like I said, I want to be respectful of our time. We'll crank through some stuff here. I'm going to turn my screen on so you guys can see what I see. And again, we're going to share this with you guys at the end of the meeting, so we're not expecting you to Xerox every single little bit we got here. I'll start out with kind of the checking in part. Probably one of the most important things that I want us to hear and or concentrate on is our first one here, which is control the things you can control. And the two simple ones there are your attitude and effort. You've heard both Coach Dan and Coach Pete and Coach Culbertson and Coach Allen. And I think any one of us sitting on this side trying to plan for stuff, we are hopeful that we are going to get a season in. What is it going to be? We don't have that answer today. I wish I could give you that answer today, but I can't. I don't think any of us can. What we can control, though, is that from a coaching staff, when we get the opportunity to get on the mat, then we have things planned, systematic, and we're ready to go, regardless of whether you're a 7th grader or you're a 9th grader or a senior, right? That's what we can control. As we go through, for you guys, we'll talk about some weight training stuff. We'll talk about some nutrition stuff. Next week, again, we'll do this again, 7 o'clock on Mondays. We try and keep them to about a half hour. Here's our next kind of chunk of what we're going to cover, get in, get out, and then turn you guys loose for a week of work, okay? What we know as of today, right? The governor or the CDC or the high school league or whoever has said we're taking a break until December 18th. To me, that means December 19th is our first practice. And I'm going to stop sharing here for 1 second, see if there's someone. There we go. Admit. So This Saturday, December 19th is going to be our first practice. That's grades 9 through 12. We'll have practice Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, heading into Christmas break. Junior high guys, 7th and 8th grade guys, the coaching staff is working on a plan that's going to make sense to get you practicing. We have several different things we're looking at, whether that be practicing all in one big group, but practicing maybe at a different time than the high school program. Maybe that's for the first couple of weeks. Junior high is practicing at their home school, right? When we get a good, solid plan that we can pass along to you, we will, okay? Nothing's going to happen before December 18th, so as soon as we can get that plan ironed out from the coaching staff, we will pass that along. We got some practice lined up over Christmas break, and that's kind of where we're going right now. That could change tomorrow. That could change December 3rd. That could change December 18th at 9 p.m. for all we know. So again, I keep coming back to control the things that you can control. Control that you have cleaned your diet up. Control that you have been finding a way to work yourself out. Control that you're doing your job and passing the classes however they are being delivered to you, so that when you get your opportunity to get on a mat, whether that is December 19, whether that is January 1, whether that's January 15, whatever day that is, that you're ready to go, okay? So that's kind of where we're at. We will continue to push information out. We'll update it to our wrestling website. We'll update it through email. Obviously, if you've logged on to this meeting, you've gotten the email. So that's going to be a primary way of getting a hold of us, or us pushing information out to you. And if you got questions, send that email back to us. Okay, and we'll make sure we have our emails at the bottom of this document so you can get a hold of us with whatever questions you have. We're going to turn it over to Coach Allen, and he's going to talk some training. Coach, you want this document up?
Perfect.
All right, here we go.
All right, so DC guys, this will probably look pretty familiar to you guys because this is what we did last year in the weight room. There has been a little bit of a change to it just because of kind of last year. Once we kind of got going, it started to kind of die down in terms of intensity. So I changed it a little bit compared to last year, so it's not going to be a lot of the same. Younger guys, when you're looking at this, if you don't see something that makes sense to you or you don't know what it is, look it up or ask one of the upperclassmen. A lot of this is kind of, you Google it, you'll be able to find it, or you ask one of the upperclassmen, you'll be good to go. Okay. So a lot of this is going to be full body stuff, just like last year. It's not going to be really specific to one body part or anything like that. It's going to be kind of the whole body. Now, 2 days weights, 2 days cardio. If you guys want to do more cardio, fine. You want to do more weights, fine. Okay, that's kind of what we're hoping you guys do. And we kind of put this together as the bare minimum. Okay. So for lich guys, younger guys, if we look over here at the weights, okay, squat, dumbbell, shoulder press, dumbbell squat jumps, pull-ups. This last one right here, dumbbell hand fighting. Okay. DC guys, you know what this is. Lich guys, all this is stance in motion, and you're putting 2 dumbbells in your hand and you're hand fighting and doing stance in motion at the same time. Okay. If you are able to pick up a 50-pound dumbbell, that's probably what you should be using. Okay. If you're Bo Nelson, you shouldn't be carrying around 5-pound dumbbells hand fighting. Okay? It's not going to get us any better. Okay. So really what we do is what you can pick up is kind of what we want you to use. Okay? Because we're going to want you swinging them. You're going to be able to pick them up. It means you're able to swing them. For those of you that do not have a weight system or cannot get to one, here's the workout right here. These will be changing. I know right now that's kind of for this week, but I want you guys to check back because these are going to be changing, whether it's the weight workout or the non-weight workout. There that is. Cardio, okay? Last year, this was a lot of the same as what we did in the mornings with a little twist, okay? We're going to go for seconds this time, not how long you're – or not how many you're doing, okay? Walkouts, okay? All you're doing is starting in a push-up position. You're walking your hands all the way back to your feet and walking them all the way back down, okay? Star jumps. All they are jump squats, except for you are shooting your arms out and your legs out to look like a star. That's why they're called star jumps, okay? And then you have burpees. Most of you know what those are. And then 4 20-yard sprints, okay? These will not get any longer. Okay? There's a reason that they're at 20 yards. We don't want you out sprinting 50 yards. It does you really no good. We want to keep it right around 20. Okay? Each week, each day, they're going to increase in intensity. It's not going to stick it kind of this easy, but we want to build up so that when you come in the first day, it's not like you just rolled off the couch and, hey, we're going to try to wrestle now. Okay? This kind of starts with you guys, and most of you varsity guys know, I've said this before, we can give you all this kind of stuff, but it comes down to you guys following through and actually working hard and doing this as hard as you possibly can. Okay, that's where we're going to make the big differences in terms of just making the state tournament and then maybe even placing. Okay, so that's all I got for weight training. Like Coach Clemens said, my email will be at the bottom. If you guys have any questions, feel free to email me. DC guys, you know where I'm at. So
as we come back, we will stop sharing for a second, close that one down, come back here. So that's our first start. And again, like I said, we're going to get everything sent out to you. So we didn't expect you to memorize that. We didn't expect you to print that. We'll send it to your email address so you can look at that. And Coach Dan, you got yours?
Yep, I'm sharing the screen already. I think it showed up. Is it showing up?
There it is. Yep.
Okay. So I'm going to push up this link to you guys as well. One of our goals for this week is just to record your nutritional intake, pretty much what you're putting into your diet. So if you train like a madman, how you recover matters just as much as your training. So if you put junk in, you can expect junk out. Okay? If you have a hard training session and your body doesn't recover because you're feeding yourself pop, chips, and nothing that's going to build strong muscles, you can expect to be worn out and probably not wanting to train day 2. So the 2 things I would like to talk to you guys about, not only with the nutritional journal, our hydration and sleep as well. But for instance, I'll just take you through this. A 4 o'clock wake up time, that's for me, that's what time I get up in the morning. I go to bed probably about 9:30. I probably could go to bed earlier than that, but that's just when my day ends. Okay. For you, whatever time your time to get up, that's up to you. But as long as you're consistent through the week, that is a good thing. Okay. Breakfast. What should you have in the morning? I gave one example of something I would eat: 2 eggs, a cup of milk, peanut butter on some whole grain toast, banana. I would avoid cereal. You're not going to get much nutritional value out of cereal. You can. Oatmeal is another good option. But anything coming from the words of eggs are some good choices. And then to recover your body, also make sure you're snacking during the day. Again, good quality snacks that have protein in them and that have fuel in them as well, such as carbohydrates. Lunch, a turkey sandwich, chicken sandwiches, peanut butter and honey sandwiches. Make sure you're adding your vegetables. as well. Carrots are cheap. They're easy to pack. They're easy. They're all around just an easy food to prepare for. There's not a lot of prep work. And then some type of fruit. Again, you should have another snack between your lunch and your dinner. And then I would say typically your dinner is pretty much whatever your parents are preparing. If you're worried about your weight, saying, hey, I want to wrestle 120 this year, okay? You have to start coming down from a certain weight, and I would say start pulling back your whatever it is for your seconds or whatever. So like I'll pick on Bo. Bo, you probably have thirds and fourths, don't you? Is that a yes? Maybe you start with just okay. So again, that's if you're trying to come down a weight class. If you say, hey, I want to come down to 195 or whatever the case may be. Track your bedtime. Track your ounces of water, or if you want, just do it by cups. Saying, hey, I had 10 cups of water. Track how hungry you were during the day, how much energy you had. The training, you can follow what Coach Allen put out there. You can track your weight if you have something available to weigh yourself, and then you can eliminate something during the week. I just put down pop. You can eliminate some type of junk that you don't want to get rid, or you want to get rid of that week. Okay, and then there's a little box down here you can reflect and saying, okay, I did a pretty good job today of what I call eating clean. Okay, so foods that whole. It's not so much from a package. So that's just the nutritional part that you guys can do. What I will do, I will ask you guys, I'll push this out right now. Okay. And I just want you to make a copy. Let's see here. I got to go back a screen. There it is. So once you click on the document, DC wrestlers, help me. You guys can see that, correct? I think so.
Yep, Jude's shaking his head up and down. So thanks, Jude.
So go hit File and make a copy, and then you can name your own. And then now you can edit it, and you can track what you're putting into your body. Okay. Next week I'll have a different topic. It might be breakfast next week. It might be pre-workout. It might be post-workout. It might be snacks. All right. So next week we'll have a different nutritional topic. So the other two things I wanted to talk to you guys about. So if I could get you guys to come back to this screen. Sleep and hydration. So the biggest proponent of sleep is you are recovering at night. So you're allowing your mind and your body to recover, especially if you're training pretty hard. That allows your muscles to grow. Okay. And even so with your body, your mind, you're staring at a screen now more so than ever with this virtual learning stuff. It's good that you guys get quite a bit of sleep at night. I've heard it's recommended up to 9 hours. Get as much sleep as you can. I would say minimum 8 for you guys. Okay. On this slide here, it talks about how you guys can optimize sleep. I think the biggest thing is do what's comfortable for you. It says here, make your room like a cave, dark, cool, quiet, whatever that may be. What I would say this is get rid of your electronics. That's the biggest talking point I could give to you right now, because our electronics, if they're turned on, that allows us to be interrupted in our sleep. Okay. I'm not going to go behind the science, but every 90 minutes, your sleep goes through a cycle. And if you interrupt that, you don't get quality sleep. So not only are we looking for a duration of 8 to 9 hours, we're also looking that it's uninterrupted as well. So getting rid of your electronics, turning your phone on silent. My alarm still works on my phone even though it's on silent. So get that done when it comes to sleep. Here it talks about the consequences of poor sleep. Overall, you're going to be slower in your reaction time. Your muscles aren't going to be repaired. You're not going to be able to function well in class. And overall, your training is just not going to be as well. Here it says, how much sleep do you need? There it is right there. It said 7.5 hours to 8.5 hours of sleep per night. Okay. Again, try to be consistent on this. Be very consistent on getting good sleep at night. Next, hydration. Hydration is another major factor of your performance, whether it be in competition, training, or in the classroom. Okay, being properly hydrated. And many of you guys are not drinking enough water during the day. I often struggle with this as well, but I try to keep a bottle of water next to me as much as I can. Okay, and I'm constantly sipping. That would be my recommendation for you guys. Again, similar lack of sleep, consequences of dehydration, fatigue, muscle cramps, possible injuries, and obviously you're going to have that negative performance. It says goals and recommendations. They want you to present 2% of loss in body weight. So again, fueling up on water, not pop, would be great for you in terms of maximizing performance, whether you're training or whether you're in the classroom. Okay. It talked about the consequences, so I added my own benefits. And this is what you can, if you're consistent in hydration and sleep, you can expect an increase in physical energy. Also, your ability to focus better, which improve better performances in the classroom and in training. It also shortens your recovery time, so you can train again, which helps you build muscles with proper training. Again, hydration, sleep, and training are very connected along with what you put into your body. Final things, what you can do. Simple actions you can do. Replace pop with water. Anything with high sugar, replace it with water. Okay? Gatorade, something to use during workouts or after workouts, but you shouldn't be sipping Gatorade all day. Also, I would say include milk into your diet. Milk has protein in it. It helps you with your repair of your muscle tissue. Okay. In the morning, get up instead of hitting the snooze button. I know plenty of people that hit the snooze button way too many times in the morning. Get it done right away. Instead of hitting the snooze button, get up on the first shot. Your day will start better. I can promise you that. And when you consistently do that, you'll see some gains. Get up at the same time every day. Try to do this as best you can on the weekends. Okay, I understand that you guys are teenagers and you still like to have fun on the weekends, but do the best you can. Finish homework before having fun. Finish training before having fun. Go to bed early and get your electronics turned off at night. So those are some simple things you guys can do. I say simple, but they can be hard for you guys as wrestlers to complete. So I know I ran through that as fast as I could so we can get here towards the end. Anything else on that, Coach Clem? Are we ready for the next part?
No, I think so. I think, one of the big things is start small, right? I mean, anybody who's ever tried to diet or clean up their diet thinks, you know what, I am going to just change the world and I'm going to eliminate 50 things. Start small, start slow, little bit by little bit. Maybe that is your getting the pop out of your system and maybe the candy bars and just tracking it and understanding what's going in and what's going out. It is one of the important things. All right. I got technique, and then Coach Dan's got a little bit to finish up, and then we'll send this all out to everybody. So I'm going to hit the present button again. All right. So we got Coach Allen. We got that. From a technique side of things, we got a couple of options. We have some, from how many ever summer camps that I've been a part of over the last 25, 26 years, I'm starting to take some of those and turn those into some simple videos that we're going to put both on the website and or upload to YouTube, so you're able to see those. You can also do a simple YouTube search, and J-Rob has some technique sessions. Rudis Wrestling has some technique sessions. There's a company called Championship Products. They have some good technique that you can get out there and watch, whether it be top, bottom, neutral, all of that. If you are struggling, you find one that's legitimate, but your school computer is blocking you, copy the URL and email it either to myself, Coach Clem, or Coach Dan, and we can then hit a button from our end as an administrator or as part of the school that'll unblock that video so you can see it. For those of you who have been part of the program, kind of seniors, juniors, sophomores, and some freshmen, at some point you can check out your MapBoss account and watch old videos that you've had from last year. Those are all good, viable options. I'm going to show you a couple of places where we have it. All right. So, and again, we'll push all these links out to you here. Here's our virtual team meeting for tonight. Kind of what was our core idea. And here's some of the technique that we put together. You go ahead, and I'm going to click on the crossface series here. And it should shoot you straight to YouTube. If it doesn't shoot you straight to YouTube, it may pop up with a little gray screen that's got a frowny face. Go to the upper right-hand corner. There's a little box with an arrow on it. Go ahead and click that button. It'll launch it as its own new tab. We're going to work on the crossface series. It's our primary number one term. Expect everybody to be able to teach us, know this by heart. Now, that's a little old school Coach Clem. That's back when I had glasses and hair, and not the LASIK eye surgery and the bald head. But again, so we got a stance and motion one. We got high crotch and sweep single, and we got a crossface series. Each week we'll add new things to that mix. So we have our team wrestling website is where we're tracking a lot of our information. Here's kind of this week, so on and so forth. For the guys at DC, we have a Schoology page that you should have access to. Junior high guys, you'll need to go to the website. That, again, is going to have this same information, right? Our workouts, our journals. We got some technique from the top, bottom, neutral. So Coach Dan is going to chat up. We're going to send out a questionnaire that's going to be linked to the bottom of this agenda meeting here. Again, you see the little links where you can click on the link. It'll launch the document we were showing you. But we're collecting some information, just ways to get a hold of you. So, Coach Dan, I'll turn it over to you to finish up.
Okay. So I will also put this in the chat. So this is for everyone. It doesn't matter what school you're from.
Connor's saying okay, so this one is how do we log into MapBoss again? Send me an individual email and I'll help you log into MapBoss. Connor is asking, saying, what email should we use? Use your school email. Whatever your for us, for DC, it's the dc.k12 email with your student number. For Litchfield guys, use your school-related email to send this stuff out. So let me get the share. Sorry.
I've been requested by a few people for editing rights for the nutritional journal. You guys can make a copy for that. So don't try to edit that. You make your own personal copy. You don't need everyone else to see what you're writing. So again, if you were wondering, saying, hey, how do I get access to that? Just file, make a copy. That's how you'd be able to get editing rights to your own personal journal. Max won't let you make a copy. Well, you can stick around at the end. We'll try to problem solve that. Okay, is the survey working, guys? Got one thumbs up, I see.
Okay.
All right, a few things here to wrap it up. We're gonna do our best to reach out to you guys as coaches. Right now, we're only planning on meeting with 9 through 12. So any 7th and 8th graders on this link right now, we don't have a plan yet for you guys. So whether Coach Peterson and Coach Culbertson meet with you and Coach Polzine, we don't know yet. So in terms of that plan, but wrestlers 9 through 12, I will be meeting with the lighter guys between Alan, Tim, and Marcus. Those guys will be working with the middleweights, and Clem will be dealing with the upper weights. So other things to note, I know that some people probably got logged on late. I had a snafu with my email. The emails did not go out the way they should have. So just pass on the information that it will be recorded, as Coach Clem said.
Yep, and as soon as we're done here, I'll go ahead and end the recording, and I will get that posted both on the Schoology and the website, and I'll email the link out, and I'll email the link out to this document here so you guys can click on the links and go through everything that we've covered. Probably the biggest thing is when you get this Google survey, please fill that out so that when I start looking to get a hold of some of the big boys, I have a good email and a good phone number to get a hold of you and reach out. And we're not looking to sit and talk for, 3 hours, but we're checking in to see, again, hey, fill in the blank, Mason St. Pierre, one of our big guys. Mason, how you doing? How's school going? All right. How's your training going? Are you able to get in and work out? Yeah, I was able to get in 3 days this week. Hey, awesome. Good job. Anything we can do as a coaching staff to help you? Well, yes, no, whatever. And, then turn around and chat you up next week just to keep track of us and make sure that we're still looking forward to something, right? Again, as I circle back, unless Coach Allen or Coach Buker have anything else to add.
I would say this, and I think, Clem, you talked about this already. Don't expect to be perfect, guys. Try to make small changes in what we're asking. We're encouraging you to do it. By no means is this mandatory. We want you to become better men. We want you guys to contribute to your families, to society when guys wrestling's all and done. And of course, we want you to have fun this year on whatever season we get to have. So obviously with everything that we can't really control, at least we can see some of your guys' smiley faces because some of your screens are on. So that's about it. Coach Allen, anything else? You're a man of many words.
Nope, that's all I got.
That's what I thought.